If you're living overseas and you need to make a life insurance claim either for a partner's life insurance policy or your own income protection or disability policy, we'll talk about how to go about doing that. So whether you're in Australia or overseas, the process is generally the same. So you need to reach out to your financial advisor or the insurance company directly. We need to get those claim forms filled in. One of the difficulties living abroad is those claim forms will require some medical evidence as to the claim. So either a death certificate if you're claiming on behalf of someone else, or you'll need medical assessments as to what the claim is and why it's eligible for a claim. Now that's for things like income protection, disability, or trauma. Some of the difficulty is some insurance companies may want the medical assessment to be done in Australia. And so that's something that you'd need to talk to your financial advisor about, or the super fund if you're going through the super fund. Now that isn't as common, but depends on the country in which you are residing in and living in at the moment. But what is really important is to make sure the medical reports are in English. We've actually had a client go and get medical assessments in Taiwan, and that was in another language, and that made the whole process a bit more difficult. We weren't able to just get it translated and authorized that way. We actually needed the medical report to be rewritten in English. Now, if you do need to make a claim, it's really important to be in conversation with the insurance provider or the financial advisor that you're working with to understand what are the exact requirements. And the requirements will be different based on the actual policy. So for a life insurance policy, we'll have very specific requirements. For disability insurance policy, we'll have very different to income protection and trauma insurance. So just make sure you're in contact with your advisor or the insurance company to really get a good understanding of what is required before you go down the path of making the claim. And a lot of insurance companies will want to do an initial claim assessment to really understand what is required, because they don't want you to fill in reams of paperwork if it's not required. So it's really important to make that contact as soon as possible. So if you are unfortunately in the situation where you do need to make a claim and you are living abroad, always reach out to your financial advisor first and the insurance company second.